Alright, jumping into a new tournament for Anti-Wither 2 and Return Sphere, going against the Ronso Fangs. So yeah, it's been going pretty well so far. I mean, we've been winning. I mean, that's always a positive. So yeah, jumping in here, Anti-Wither 2, probably not going to be too influential in like what we want. Like I guess what I'm trying to say is we do not care. Like, Anti-Wither 2 is something I could, like, not care less about. You know, I'm at the minimum amount of caring. But yeah, Return Sphere, that's actually really, really good. So that's something we'll probably want to grab. But yeah. Yeah, we'll pass to begin, get some experience in, kind of bait the opponent away from our forwards, and then see if we can get a really quick goal here. That should, getting ahead in the game is kind of the key to it, so even if they score, then we kind of have that safety cushion of, like, alright, we're tied up, we're not going to lose, things of that sort. But yeah. Yeah, I figured, so I know I talked about it a little bit last time, so I think we will finish up this series, and then we'll look at scheduling some sort of like over level series where I try to level up my characters as much as possible in one tournament, like repeatedly getting overtimes, and then having a league where I try to get over 100 points scored. So I think right now I'm trying to think of strategy though. So I think the best strategy is to get a very fast, or at least a player that can become very fast in the midfield, and then 2 slow forwards. Because essentially what you got to think about it like this. So a lot of the times, like, we don't want a bunch of people meeting in the middle, and the reason is because let's say one of our forwards gets it, and then they shoot the ball and they score. But what if the other forward gets it? Like, we're trying to get as much top scorer goals as possible on one person. So we can't have a bunch of people in these, in these encounters. And I think the main unknown that we have to figure out is, at what point does everyone else auto level up? Like, so let's say this works for like 3 games, and then everyone auto levels up to like, level 50 where I'm at. We could then have a situation where our forward, or the person we've designated to score, can't score a bunch of goals. So there's a lot to consider. We'll have to plan out the field accordingly, and then it's going to be a lot of planning, because like the first few games are going to be a breeze, but like by game 8, I think everyone should have like the same level. And then it'll be hard to really gauge like what we're going to do. So yeah. I think another strategy that would be really useful, I don't know if this is like cheating, but if I set a bunch of people on my team that I'm never going to use, like level 1 people, that should also lower the average level of my team. So that'll make it so all the people I'm facing level less. So like, let's say my entire main team's like level 60, but then I have like 2 players that are like level 1. That means the opposing teams shouldn't level up to like level 50, they should level up to like level 30. And then that even gives me that more cushion to score more goals, I guess. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get an incredibly fast player that can tackle to always get the ball, no matter who he's facing, and then score a goal off it, like without moving. Like, immediately get the ball, then shoot and score. That's the goal. Without using a shot that takes up too much time, because like if you're using Titus, then like Jack shot takes up like 30 seconds, and we can't have that. Like, we're trying to score rapid goals like very quickly. But yeah, so yeah, we'll plan this out. I'm gonna explore Brother as an option, but I don't know if he's the best, because I don't remember what his tackle stat becomes, because he just might not hit there, like if his tackle stat is like 25 at like this whatever level, and then everyone else's endurance is at like level 40, like continuously repassing to him is gonna work out really poorly, because eventually, I'm gonna be wasting time, and then we're gonna lead into this situation where, oh dang, of course you got it. We're just gonna shoot it, but we're gonna lead into this situation where we can no longer reliably hit over 10 goals a game. And that's what we got to hit. We got to hit over 10 goals every game. Or at least, like, most games. Like, there might be some games where we drop to 8, but, like, the games where we hit, like, 15 should kind of balance that out. Yeah, our guy Ronso, level 85. More shoot, endurance, HP, all the good stuff. No, I'm really excited for this. I've got to figure out how to go about it. No, it's definitely going to be a challenge. Question is how many games it's going to take and what techniques I'll have to start out with, because I won't necessarily be able to tech copy everything, unless the game gets really weird, or like it just gives them techniques in between halves, which it shouldn't. It should do that outside of the game, but it's a lot of like, how does the game think? So there's there's a little bit of that sprinkled in. All right, so we're gonna pass to Zamzy Ronso. I mean, arguably, if I want to get real in depth, I can do exhibition matches until I get all the techniques. That would take a very long time though, and I don't know if I'm that patient. And I don't even know if all the techniques show up in exhibition matches. I think they would, or they should. I mean, that would make sense to me. Like it wouldn't necessarily click on why they wouldn't, you know? Because there's not really a level on techniques. It's kind of just like, you know, whatever you can get. And obviously some of them are just unattainable in exhibition, like high risk and stuff like that, because there's not really a way to like tech copy it. Like you're not gonna, it's like a static effect. Anything static like Gamble or something is really not, you know, you really can't copy it. Anyways, looks like Big's going for invisible shot. Could be very, very bad for me, considering this doesn't really rely on the shoot stat, it just relies on luck. And he is getting lucky. And I am not. I'm offloading my blocking invisible shot. I gotta work on that. Alright, looks like Nuvi Ronso gets the ball. We're gonna pass behind a little bit just to get all our forwards a little bit free from their from the people who are covering them. It's going to be really exciting to kind of build up what we want to do here, because there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and it's something that I think is fairly unique. You know, I think it's fairly unique. I mean, I hope so. Oh, I think this is one of the ones where they're never going to leave their spots. They're just going to be like, all right, we're here forever. Cool. And we're actually in this awkward position if they don't pull back, where we could actually lose this game. Like, that's definitely not unheard of, because our team isn't necessarily like the best in the world. Like, they're okay, but they're not like super crazy. So if we get a little bit more on the scoring over 100 goals in league, we should be able to do it, because when you logistically think about it, we only got to score a goal every minute, which is, it seems more than doable. It just depends on who we're facing and like what challenges we've got, because there's definitely some players where it's like very, very difficult to score against them, but others, like, it's fine. It's really, it really differs pretty heavily. And there's also a massive opportunity to really break the game, in that, like, let's say the opponents level off our average level, right? In this world, we don't really need defenders. So we could keep all our defenders, like the opposite of what we're doing now. We could keep all our defenders, like, let's say like level 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or something, and then we could have our forward 3 people, like, you know, level whatever, or even just have one middle person level 99. Well, okay, I take that back. We have to have at least 2, because they need someone to pass with too. But there's a ton of opportunity to break this, like, pretty heavily. I mean, it's gonna be boring. That's one of the things where you're like, do you really want to record just like a bunch of passing? But I mean, we pass a lot in these ones. This one would strictly be just like not even a game. No, it would just be passing between our players. I don't know. I might do like periodic videos on it. It just feels like such a waste to record, you know, like every single one, because like there's not really, nothing's gonna change. They're just gonna keep on passing, man. I mean, unless someone wants to like verification I didn't like glitch it or something, which is fine. But yeah, cool. Anyways, more experience for our players, you know, getting all the level ups, or you know, none of them that game, but that's all fine. Guiraguado staying with the Albed Sykes. Doram staying with the Albed Sykes. I don't think we have any contracts up, but let's find out. Cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and when you come back, we'll be playing more Blitzball. Until next time.